Hello and welcome to another episode of Humans in 5.
We know archaeologists conduct research on all sorts of topics: objects, landscapes, communities, and how groups of people traded and came into conflict. Today we thought we'd talk about one of the areas of archaeology that uses a wide range of different methods and perspectives to better understand how people lived in the past.
Geoarchaeology is a subfield of archaeology that brings together methods from geology, geography, and geophysics and applies them to archaeological investigations. Geoarchaeologists study the natural processes that affect archaeological sites. They often will study soil and sediment closely to see what kinds of evidence are left from natural events as well as indications of people living at the site.
This kind of work uses lots of different techniques. One of the most well-known ones is column sampling. This involves pushing a metal tube into the soil of an archaeological site to get a neat, tidy cylinder of soil that creates a profile for the site in question. Researchers can look at not only the layers of the soil, but different components of the soil. Some of them can go as deep as 8 meters.
Reading soil is a complex business. Essentially, researchers are looking for changes in soil type that could refer to natural processes. They might look for the ash from an eruption of a volcano, or the accumulation of sand deposits from a period where land was covered by the ocean.
The particles of the earth themselves also hold a lot of secrets about the lives of people in the past. Measuring the size of different types of soil, clay, or gravel can reveal if the soil was regularly used to grow crops, or if it might have been moved from a different part of the land, like a riverbed. You might even get lucky and find a microfossil.
Of course, it's not just about what's happening within the soil itself. Indications of past living at a site can also include built structures, some of which may be buried under layers of earth. Geoarchaeologists might use technology to see through these layers of earth to look for structures like houses or fire pits. For example, ground-penetrating radar can indicate the location of stone structures under layers of earth.
Mapping out an archaeological site is another really important, though sometimes really time-consuming part of studying the past. In the earlier days of archaeology, this meant hours and hours of measuring, scaling, and hand-drawing the location of every feature of a site.
But today, geoarchaeologists can use digital technology to scan and analyze surface and below-the-surface features in an archaeological site. GIS, or Geographic Information Systems, is a computer program that can be used to map physical objects and information. GIS is used by geologists and other STEM scientists to map physical landscapes, but also by architects and social scientists to map everything from building locations to health information.
These methods can help us create digital models of archaeological sites, but can also help us define the borders of specific sites. A recent study used geoarchaeological techniques to define the border of a 5th century harbor in Greece. By combining digital models of the site along with geological information, researchers could time out changes in sea level, river input, and the borders of the harbor.
We hope today's episode has shown you some of the fascinating applications of geoarchaeology and just how much science borrows from each of its disciplines.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!